Ah man, this was a pretty depressing weekend, so it was really nice to come and see this movie here. My name is Chet, this here is ChetChat, and we saw another movie called Little Boxes. So Little Boxes is a not wide release movie that I had to go and watch in a specialty theater, but it is awesome. I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie. So the story revolves around this mixed couple, a white woman and a black male, and they have a mixed son. They live in New York and they have to move to Rome, Washington. Yeah, like usual, you normally would move for work. So the wife actually has to move her family to this place for work. So you're moving from a city to a suburb. This is not really a fresh concept or a new concept. Remembering specifically the 5-year engagement with Emily Blunt and Jason Segel, that was actually a really funny movie, but it's about this couple that actually moves to a different place and they have a really hard time adjusting with this new area while having this engagement over their head. This movie, Little Boxes, is almost a very similar thing where there's 3 characters and each of them are having a very hard time adjusting to the new environment. And just watching them go through these adjustments, and sometimes it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back, or 4 steps forward, and they're doing really well, but then it just tumbles out of control because somebody else is falling back. The dynamic of each character doing their own thing and interacting with other characters is what drives this whole movie. The only problem I have with the movie is that ultimately in the ending I felt like it was solved a little too simply, and it kind of was solved in a cliche manner. I was like, oh, that's obviously why this would end up fixing, because this happened. And if you've seen a lot of movies or even TV shows that happen like this, you'll see why people end up understanding what's going on and how they end up dealing with the problem. But ultimately, it's a really good time. I think it's supposed to be a comedy. I laughed a lot in this movie, but the stress is so depressing sometimes for the characters, and you don't want to watch what's happening. It's kind of cringy. Like, you're forced to sit down and watch it because you're in a movie theater. If you're at home watching it on TV, you might change the channel because you just don't want to see what happens, but you need to see what happens to understand the whole story, man. Unfortunately, acting-wise, a lot of the characters are terrible. I'm sorry, you're not really supposed to get at children actors, but there are a lot of good children actors, and unfortunately the main child actor in this is pretty bad. There's another child actor that's in the movie, and she's in a lot of movies. She was actually in Southpaw. I think she was the daughter in Southpaw, and she was alright, but she's too much for everybody else who's like a normal child in the movie, and it shows. Like, the kid is like, no mom, I don't want to do it. Like, really bad acting, man. I don't know, I guess that's all they can do with the movie. All in all though, it was enjoyable, especially with the string of movies that I've seen recently. Very dark, very depressing, but we have a glimmer of hope in April here. So go and check it out. I definitely recommend it. My name is Chet, and you know what to do.